Welcome to Spiritual Psychic with Sarah Wiseman, where you'll learn how to unlock the secrets of spiritual intuition and your own psychic gifts. Here's Sarah.
Hey everybody, welcome. It's me, Sarah Wiseman. Today is our spiritual psychic, spiritual teaching, and our subject today is, can people really change? And learn why we can choose to recreate ourselves many times in our lives. You know, in a lot of New Age spirituality, in some of these ideas like of astrology or Akashic records, there's this idea, or different practices, there's this idea that we're given this blueprint, like we arrive in, we choose our family, we choose our body, we choose our personality, we choose our situation. Maybe you might say we choose our astrology. And so it's this idea that we arrive in and we choose this blueprint for our lives, and that we don't really have the way to move out of our true essence. And so I think where the confusion is there is that our soul, as a true essence, our true core, the real part of us that never changes, that part's going to stay the same in a lifetime. We're not going to change that. And to bring that home even more, I like to say this phrase, the heart is where the soul resides. So your deeper knowing, your true essence, the way you feel at home with yourself, this part never changes. This part continues the same from when you're a tiny baby to when you're on your last breath. And really, it just keeps expanding. It just keeps, that part of you keeps getting stronger and stronger and stronger, bigger and bigger and bigger, more expanded, more conscious, more aware, more full, more rich, more beautiful. So the part that we have so much control over to change is, you know, the soul's going to stay the same and get more in touch with itself. The body, obviously the body can change so many times. I mean, sometimes I look at pictures of people who, you know, they were really out of shape and then they become like these amazing weightlifters and they're 80 years old and they do this body change. Sometimes I look at people who have curly hair, and then they then they go change their hair completely. Or nowadays, you know, you can get plastic surgery or get cosmetic surgery and change your look entirely. So the body, in addition to, you know, the normal aging process, or the process from going from tiny to adult to young to old, of course the body's always changing, and we have some degree of control over that at some level. But where we can really change is in our personality, and in this mind/ego/personality side of ourselves. And it's not that we're going to take an extroverted person and take away that natural tendency, or that way we came in that's related to our astrology or our Akashic record, the sort of the way we came in that we recognize as ourselves. It's not so much that we're going to take that away, but what we notice is that we get this expanded version. Whereas maybe as an extrovert when we were little, maybe we would talk to everyone without a whole lot of discernment. We were always creating a ruckus and we were really loud and sort of annoying. And now that we're older, as we've worked with that aspect of ourselves within the influence of the input from the universe or input from the world, maybe who we've turned into is no longer sort of a loud ruckus maker that's irritating, but now maybe we're a warm, inviting, beautiful, wonderful, warm-hearted extrovert that really makes everyone feel wonderful to be around. So we go from kind of this early level of ourselves to this expanded level. Or maybe the reverse, we show up and we're this shy, sensitive, vulnerable person that's always hiding and crying. And then as we mature and we become more of ourselves, and as the world informs us as to how to soften our edges or smooth out the difficulties that we have, then maybe we change into still introverted, but our sensitivities bring us tremendous empathy, or our sensitivities allow us to have a lot of compassion for other people who are sensitive, or maybe our sensitivities and our gentleness let us work with animals or plants or something else that is a quieter pastime. So there's lots of examples. Those are just some, but I think it's part of our path is to work with the rough stuff, or the rough elements of the base core of our personality, and see how we can finesse it into a higher level than when we were just born in. I think, the soul is always going to expand. That's what souls do. The body is always going to change, and we can control that to some degree, but we really can't stop the process of growing from birth to death. We can't halt that. It's the personality, the mind, ego, personality is where we have this fantastic opportunity to take what we showed up as and really bring that into the highest level that we can get it to. Anyway, I'm Sarah Wiseman. We do these podcasts hopefully weekly or more, and please subscribe, and happy to be with you here today. You'll find me at sarahwiseman.com.